Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and Kenan Memorial Stadium, home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. And basketball may be in the blood, but football is certainly in the soul. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on another team from the ACC, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tar Heels will put toe to leather and we'll get started. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Get it out on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon, and you're seeing that here early.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Toss to the left. The Gamecocks have a first down.
Well, short yardage situation, they decide to go with the toss play. And nice job up front, getting a little bit of push. That's all they needed to get that first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Right back to the well. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that now, what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to get a little bit better. That's a pretty nice milestone to hit.
The nice milestone, nice consistency, nice durability. It takes you being healthy, and this guy's really done a good job throughout his career being that lead guy and putting up numbers.
Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum. I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They have had to wear that beat down since the last time these two met, Jesse.
And they've been talking about it for a long time. They were absolutely embarrassed. The players, the coaches, the fans. You know, David, coming into this game this time, they want to put out a...
Headed to the end zone. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina! On to attempt the try. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Down here for the offense. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Quick completion on the out route. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They worked that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll run for it on 4th down. And the Tar Heels get enough to move the chains.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Finds his man. It's Taylor. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the offense. For jet sweep pass. Smashes through the tackle. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Can't Wide cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And how about that? That's 2 really good plays in a row by this defense. They gave up a lot of yards to get down here. Bowing their necks up. It's most important when you get in this area. 2nd and goal now. They get the big stop.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 2nd down, wants to throw. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Carolina 7, North Carolina 0.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. This quarterback part of their running game. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Quick completion on the out. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
That last completion has him set up, 2nd and short. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. They're trying to get to it. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Open space at the 25. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
On second down, wants to throw it. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand. Never a good time for a turnover, but it always seems a little worse when you're about to knock on the door of the end zone.
No doubt about it. And it's this area of the field, Reese, where your execution really has to be great. Because down in the red zone, the windows to throw into for a quarterback, they're smaller and they close a lot quicker. So you really have to be on the same page as your wide receiver. And that time, the offense and the QB simply wouldn't move.
At the 15, he's loose. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Going with the ground game left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Man, those big sticks give everybody juice. When you bring it and you fold somebody up like that on the offensive side of the football, everybody on defense gets excited. That Mike linebacker got in the backfield, got the tackle for a loss with authority.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got it set up on the outside. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
He has the first and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Power football with the run. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Auburn is down, but they are not out of it. Not injured hair. One of the best home field advantages in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Nebraska. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's looking for an open man on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
A nice play by the defense. Third and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30. At the 40, there he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They kept that drive alive, but still ground to cover here on first down. He wants to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Made a defender miss. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running.
Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
On the option. Now the toss. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Fires into the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And that one's going to be incomplete. I don't think he got a foot down along the back of the end zone. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Unloads quickly. At the 35, he's open. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Safe completion on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
Quarterback checking off. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll fire to his right. It's complete. A huge pickup.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll keep it on the ground. Powers through the defender. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Moves it forward just a bit, a pickup of 1 to the 35.
Okay, ready?
Line is set on 3rd down. He's looking to pass. Makes a grab over the middle. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the 1st down. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the 1st down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Going to try to get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a 1st down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and the number one thing you want to do with a jet sweep is make that thing bounce, right? Don't let it get outside right now. Make that thing go east-west, not north-south. Great job by the defense being ready for that jet sweep.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra.
Intercepted. He's at the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
South Carolina.
Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back.
Going to take a shot at this DB. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Here's the handoff.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, and then you open it up for the passing.
It'll be third and short from their own 33. Pulls and fired complete. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
Pressure coming. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Quarterback extends the play. Got him downfield. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. Touchdown, UNC! And that one will give them the lead. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
17. South Carolina. 14.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They'll throw it on 1st down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end in coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Starting to feel a little pressure. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
North Carolina 17, South Carolina 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Corners are going to bail. They're going back to the ground. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest. Pound that rock.
Fires to the wideout. What a snag by the defense. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Wants to throw on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires to the big fella. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
This is one of those unique situations in a game as a head coach. You're trying to feel the momentum, and what's your confidence in your quarterback, because you've got 4th, you're in field goal range, but you've got the weapons to get one more completion and ice this thing. So do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Wide out in motion. This is a designed run. He is stopped short, and isn't that going to make things interesting?
Man, listen, we know this QB wants to take off. 4th down, go time, got to make a play. Defense locked in, dialed in, got to him, got him on the ground, didn't let him get to the sticks.
They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got it down the middle. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll throw it on first down. Makes his connection. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
And he's got the first down, design quarterback run. If I'm this offense, I got to get first downs, obviously, but I got to keep putting that foot on the gas. I got to accelerate, got to pick up the tempo, do everything I can to maximize my possessions. And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself the chance. But you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number 1. He wasn't able to do that.
Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on 2nd down from the 18. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Taylor. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the missed connection on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
And the Tar Heels will send out the punt unit. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
If they tried the field goal from here, it would be 53 yards. They'd love to help the kicker out on 3rd down. Quick release on the RPO. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why...
Ball in the air, intercepted! Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. He wants to throw here on second down. Running with power. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarter.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Off play action. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's taking the deep shot. He can't make the grab. It's incomplete, but there is a flag, and I believe this is going to be pass interference. Three yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. He's going to pass. He's going up top here late in the game. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. After the interception, 0 showing on the clock, and that is how we'll end it. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
You got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season to improve and turn it around.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.